If you're just starting your MSP and you're looking to acquire your very first customer, this is the video for you. I'm covering everything, including what I would do if I was starting right this minute. No social media hacks, no nothing. You can't even use your audience. I mean, bare bones. I am on the street and all I have is this little device. Everything that I would do to acquire that first customer, because after that, it begins to snowball and you grow and grow and grow. My name is Harrison Barron from growth-generators.com. We help MSPs with sales training and marketing. Before I get into today's video, I do have to mention two quick things as always. One, masterclass down below. Two, check out the free Discord. It is so simple to get into. Sometimes the Discord link, I don't know why, but Discord just doesn't like me. It expires. I've said it a million times to not expire. It does. If you want to come hang out with us on Discord, sometimes I do some free training, some Q&As, some one-on-one help, whatever it may be. You can check it out, growth-generators.com/Discord. So let's talk about getting your first client, because ultimately we want to start getting paid. We probably want to start our own business at some point or another. And yes, this is completely fake money. I am not one of those influencers. I have no problem admitting that. But we want to start acquiring some money and start building up, hopefully, monthly recurring revenue. Money every single month on a regular basis put into our pockets. It's the coolest and the greatest thing out there. So I'm going to share with you this, exactly what I would do step by step. And number one probably doesn't shock you, but you need to go out and start asking for referrals. You can't expect people to just give it to you. You have to go ask for it. If you don't tell the doctor, hey doc, my arm hurts, the doctor doesn't know how to help you. You have to let people know what you're doing, who you're trying to help, and if they know anybody that can actually go and potentially refer you to. The first place that I would go, though, is honestly my cell phone. I would start thinking about people I've had interactions with, people I've talked to. I'm not even talking about wherever my stack of business cards is. I'm not even talking about doing the networking. I'm talking about nobody. Start with your phone. I promise you, you probably know somebody that has either started a business, maybe fairly recently, or already owns a fairly successful business. You as a solo person can support quite a few computers, especially if they kind of already have their stuff dialed in and it's not the first time that they're dealing with an MSP. Start asking for referrals and telling people, hey, I'm starting an MSP business. We fix computers. We provide technical support for when things aren't going the way that they're supposed to. If your printer isn't working, your wireless isn't working, you call us and we will literally fix it every single time as soon as humanly possible, which happens to be whatever your window is that you think you can get it done. Start telling people about it. You are building something truly, truly incredible. Don't think that just because you want to start it, nobody's going to care. You'd be so surprised. Now, what I would advise is you're probably not going to want to get into residential computers. Let Geek Squad take care of that. They do a great job of what they do. Don't get involved in that. But businesses, think about it, right? There's tons of businesses in your area. Your brother, your friend, your cousin, your sister, somebody probably owns some kind of business. That would be the first place that I would start. To add additional kind of a little bonus in there, drive around. If you don't drive, walk around and start to look at all the businesses out by you. I live in a fairly suburban area. There's still hundreds of businesses just in my small town. Doesn't door knocking stink? Debatable. I like it. Maybe it's not for you. That's okay. Go out there and start to door knock and just tell them who you are. It doesn't have to be a referral. It could just be you popping in and just seeing if they might need your help. Number two, networking groups. And I think networking groups are so slept on. Where I just mentioned going and door knocking, this is the bigger, better version of it. I'm actually going to share my screen really quickly because I think there's some massive value. Go into Google and search Chamber of Commerce near me. And it's literally going to tell you, these are all the chambers of commerce in my local area. I'm down by Charlotte, and you could see all of these. Lake Norman Chamber of Commerce, Cherryville Chamber of Commerce, Gaston Business Alliance. These are all the same. The Montcross Chamber of Commerce, the Latin American Chamber of Commerce. There are so many chambers of commerce. And the cool part about chambers of commerce are they want to help the community just as much as they want to help business owners. Now, if you're like, Harrison, I don't want to go join that, and there is usually some kind of fee, usually between $100 and $300. There's always exceptions per month. you could go out, or better yet, per year, you could go out and check out 3 other areas, one of which is completely free. One is Latip. You can go into Latip. You could go as a guest. It is completely for free. They will let you walk in there. Usually you just have to pay for breakfast. It's usually like 10 or 15 bucks the first time. They might even buy you breakfast the first time, and then they'll see if you want to come back for a second try before they invite you to be a member. Hopefully, if you do a good job. Same thing with BNI. They're basically competitors. They do almost the exact same thing, but they want to also help you and your business grow, because if they help you grow, you're going to stay longer. BNI or Latip or any of these professional networking groups end up making more money. And last but not least, we have Meetup. If you are literally going for, I don't have any dollars in my pocket, this is probably the next best thing. And by the way, you could also check out your Chamber of Commerce, usually for free. The first like 1 or 2 is usually a freebie because they want you to get interested. But I would look up, business networking on here. I'm just going to do Charlotte because it's a little bit bigger. Charlotte, North Carolina, and just see what shows up. You'd be so surprised. Business networking meet and greet, Gastonia, Charlotte. Perfect. This is coming up at the time of recording this in 3 days. Now I have plans. It is literally that simple. Start getting into networking groups. You'll be so shocked at the incredible people that you start to really bump into and meet. Now, I did go into this a little bit, but you have a cell phone. There are plenty of people that you probably know. The best thing to do is ask friends and ask family. Yes, you might have to go through and start to see who you could potentially be referred to, but your friends and family are the greatest place to start. They probably already want you to succeed. So why not ask them? You have, hopefully, parents. You might even have kids. You never know who is going to refer you out to. I have been referred to by friends to their parents for different things. It is truly, truly incredible what you can experience. Asking your friends and family. Obviously, you want it to be a referral, which is the number one, but sometimes your immediate friends or your immediate family has a business that you could do the tech support for and provide MSP services for. It is that cool. I promise you. And it doesn't have to be anything bad, right? You could say, look, this is our business relationship versus our personal relationship. 2 very different things. You want to keep them separated like oil and water. It'll make your life easier. I promise you that one. Now, number 4, something that nobody ever thinks about. You want to go start an MSP? Why not ask your current employer? Now, if you're watching this and you work for an MSP, it's probably not the best advice for you. But if you work in tech support for a bigger company, especially if you're the only one, why not just pitch the idea to your owner or your boss? More often than not, they're going to be probably pretty okay with it. They might save a little bit of money because they're not paying for your vacation. They're not paying for your health care. They're probably going to knock down the amount of money that they spend with you on a regular basis because you're not in their office 24/7. Sometimes they might even increase it. If you're like, I'm going to do this, and this differently that you're not currently allowing me to do. Would you be interested in that? You never know what they say. I cannot tell you from the Discord community, from conversations I've had, how many former employers hire their own tech as a separate company. It is the coolest thing in the world. And plus, they don't have to pay for workers' comp, any of that insurance. It works out for usually both parties. And it's the best leg up. You already know the environment. You know what you're supporting. You have insider knowledge. It only stacks up in your favor. And now you just went from a salaried employee to, I could just go do whatever I want, which is hopefully more sales to grow that business even bigger on a regular basis. So I think that is huge. Now, what happens after you close out all of these, right? You've already probably kind of started getting that conversation in play. The next best thing, in my opinion, is get a buyer persona. You got to start figuring out who that person is specifically. The more you learn about them, and maybe it's an industry that you already know, go through and fill this out. It is consistently brought up in the Discord as probably the best document, the best resource for any MSP struggling. Fill it out with your target customer's information on it. First name, last name, their age, their gender, their location, the demographics, occupation, psychographics. There's a whole second page on this. Download it, fill it out. It is the best thing ever for you to do. After you fill this out and you fully understand who this person is that you are trying to sell to, you need to then go in and deliver a proposal. Now, I am a big fan of free. I love giving you guys free resources. So if you want free, I'd be shocked if you don't have a Google account already. Get a Google Sheet and start building your proposal right here. I know it's funny because it says build your proposal, but start building it. Yeah, you're not going to be an expert in building a proposal on day one. Totally normal. That is okay. Not everybody is. You can build out a plain text proposal right here. If you want to add a couple images, that is totally cool. But you could fill this whole thing out. I have paper right here. You can print this whole thing out, and then you can go have a meeting and hand it to the person and walk them through the entire proposal. Spend time, beef it up, make it look nice. Now, if you're somebody that doesn't want to do this and wants the more expedited route, I would recommend one of two programs for you. Number one, as you guys all know, I love GoHighLevel. It's just a great program. You can send proposals in GoHighLevel. On top of that, one of the big advantages is after you send that proposal out, you're going to get a full-blown customer relationship manager, CRM, all built in. You can start to keep track of your deals and as you talk to people, because you're going to close one deal. And like I said in the beginning, it's going to begin to snowball. They might know somebody, that person that they refer you to might know somebody, and so on and so forth. You're going to need a place to lock all of that in. Now, GoHighLevel, in my opinion, is the big brother to the next platform I'm going to share with you. But the nice part is you have all the marketing automation built into this. It is much more than a CRM, a customer relationship manager. It is a full-blown marketing machine as well. But if you're like, Harrison, I don't want that. I want just this industry specific. You do have a program called Zomentum. Now, they're offering at the time of recording this video an insane deal. But, big buts, their pricing is not going to be as good as it is what I'm about to show you going forward, right? They have a $0 a month. You pay a one-time setup fee of $100, which is huge. They have a CRM. Stop letting me know that. They have a CRM and they can collect reoccurring payments. You can do both. You can do that and GoHighLevel too. But Zomentum is definitely more for MSPs. As you increase the bill, they increase the amount of employees. It's much much easier. That's probably the biggest difference. And Zomentum does not have the marketing automation built into the back end. That it is just purely a CRM, quoting, e-sign, and then payments for that reoccurring collections and management. Whereas GoHighLevel does a ton more in that category. But if you're just starting out, look for those referrals. Anybody that could refer you. Maybe it's a coffee shop that you hang out at. They could refer you out to somebody. They might not want to hire you, or might not need to hire you, but they could refer you out. Utilize local networking groups. They are so slept on. Sometimes it's a little harder because they're definitely more business to consumer, but you can do pretty good in there, and most of the people in there could be a potential client for you. After that, ask your friends and family. This little device, as I just covered it with my papers here, is worth its weight in gold. Use it over and over and over and over again. If you're worried about burning out your battery, I thought I had an external battery. Oh, there is an external battery right here. Get an external battery. You should be running through your battery every single day, making phone calls. These two never leave the house without me. If this is coming with me, this is going to be within arm's reach because I will burn out a battery on my phone because of the amount of phone calls that I was making, and I still make on a regular basis. Now I just work from home, so I plug it into the computer. Make your life easy. You should always be doing that. Ask your current employer. You never know what they're going to say. Yeah, you might be a little nervous. It's okay. They're not going to fire you on the spot because you want to go start your own business. They might be open to having a conversation. Heck, you never even know. They might hire you and say, hey, by the way, I have 4 friends I'd love to introduce you to because they also need somebody as good as you, but I couldn't just sub you out to them. It wouldn't make sense. But now that you're going out on your own, I'd love to make that introduction. You don't know what is going to happen. Build your proposal, craft a clever pitch of what differentiates you and why somebody should go with you versus anything else, and meet with that person. Present it in hand. Watch the last video about sending a proposal, deliver it, and close that deal. Make the reoccurring money. It's the greatest thing ever. I hope this video helps. I can't wait to hear your success stories. If you've made it this far in the video, hit that like button, crush that subscribe button, maybe even hit that little notification bell. Come hang out with us in the Discord. Check out the masterclass. I love the heck out of you. I appreciate you taking time to watch this video. I know you're probably extremely busy, and it means the world to me. Love you guys. I'll see you guys on the next video. Till then,